my family was relatively poor. But on Friday nights, my cousin would come visit me and we'd watch Star Trek. But before that was the news. And there was a special one week on Bobby Unser. And he was climbing the mountain in an Audi Quattro. It's actually that one right there. It's that same
Yes.
car.
Oh,
And I just fell in love with it. Like Pikes Peak was so majestic. They showed you the pictures of the mountain, and I was just like, "Oh, that's so cool." And
mm,
they're talking about how dangerous it was, and I was just like, "Man, I want to do that one day. I want to be that person." And I looked at my cousin. I said, "I'm going to do that one day." And fully in my 8-year-old heart, I meant that. And as you grow up, you put dreams aside, and I
sure.
think a lot of it is when you become a Christian. We always talk about what we have to give up. People talk, well, what you have, and my story is a little bit different. I went from an atheist to being a Christian, but I didn't have to give it up. It wasn't like I gave up that dream begrudgingly. There were more important things,
Hmm.
and one of them was learning who Jesus was and what role he had in
Yes.
my life, and then trying to pursue others for the namesake of Jesus Christ. And little did I know, I always thought about it. I mean, I always thought like, oh, but it gets to a point in your life where you're like, that's impossible. And I think for me, I kind of gave that dream up to the Lord and just said, that's impossible. It'll never happen when I hit about 30, 33. And little did I know, well into my 40s, that dream would come back on the table and in a unique way. I mean, and it totally was all God.